Hello.
Hey, what's going on, people? This is Next Gen Jerks. I'm your host, Jake, and this is
John.
I don't know how we set that up.
There we go.
We're going to attempt the dual show again since last week's didn't happen.
No, you don't reference that.
Oh, we pretended it didn't happen because it technically didn't happen?
Yeah. This is our debut show.
This is our debut show. Yes, this is the big one. This is the one that's going to count, hopefully.
Shit. Adjust my stand.
Just the way I'm sitting here. I still didn't get me a chair. God, I got to stop and get me a chair.
You're actually going to get a chair?
I'm going to get some sort of chair. It's not going to be a fancy chair, but it's going to be more comfortable than this thing I'm sitting on now.
We'll get a new mic stand while you're at it. God damn.
The mic stands are a little expensive.
This thing's a piece of shit.
Sometime we're going to have to go out and actually price them, like fucking desktop mic stands. That'd be awesome. Anyway, you don't want to hear about us bitching about our setup. And even though it is a very nice setup, this is the first time I've been here since everything is here, the big screen TV, and John's fully loaded for playing video games online and all that good stuff.
Yep.
Spent a little more money than he probably should have, but...
Yep. Definitely did that.
Easily agreeing with that one.
No, it's worked out pretty well, though. I wasn't intending on recording any gameplay yesterday, but then I came up here and
got bored and
decided, I'll do one. And that quickly turned into 5. So...
Yes, Next Gen Jerks is also pumping out many, many video gameplay videos.
Yep.
On YouTube under the Jerkcast site, the page, whatever they call it there on YouTube.
Yeah, and I guess it's best that we also acknowledge the fact that this isn't going to be on Ustream, so I'm going to have to change that link right there.
Yeah, I do.
I could stream it.
You could, yeah. Actually, because we still need something for Friday night to play. Unless you do another movie night.
I don't know.
This is a spinoff.
I got a movie lined up.
This isn't a spinoff of Jerkcast, by the way. Let everybody know that. It's the ownership show of our franchise.
Well, I was going to show you this.
Uh-oh, what's he going to show me?
Go. Okay. Well, I set this up a couple of days, or the other day.
Right.
There's 2 different channels under our main
This is at the
now.
Ustream page.
Yeah.
We have 2 channels.
So I can actually set up another channel for Next Gen Jerks. That way each one has its own individual link. So when we can instead of being ustream.tv /channel/Jerkcast, it'd be ustream.tv/channel/Next Gen Jerks.
Wow, so that's a lot to put in there.
Compared to what's Mr. Dash Lonely Dash, or yeah, is that what it is? Mr. Dash Lonely Dash Podcast. That's the way it does it. I'm not exactly sure what's it come out. Oh, the Dash Mr. Dash Lonely Dash Podcast.
Wow, that is ridiculous. Yeah, we are a team of many projects. Or John's got a lot of projects.
I got a lot of free time.
Yes,
and I thought we could possibly do that. I think that would be interesting.
Yeah.
I'm starting to promote the channel and the show. So
right. I just like YouTube better. It seems like people know how to use YouTube better. Everybody goes to YouTube, so I'll promote the YouTube. You promote the Ustream.
Well, we can promote both, but I'll have to be the one to upload it to Ustream. So
right.
But that's not that big of a deal, assuming the stream doesn't crash on me.
Yeah,
but yeah.
All right. Well, let's get this show rolling. Sitting here talking about silly stuff. People are sitting there yawning. Hopefully not, but
I'm sure they are.
What we got going on here? Now went to the wrong one.
You said Game Stick.
No, I said go to the schedule first. Then
that
segues into the other 2.
Well, you should probably put that first, Jake.
Well, because I was busy when I was doing it, and I was looking through this.
I had this all ready to go. Jesus
I told
Christ.
You that this was going first. Yeah, see, there we go. There it is. The 2013, not 12.
Ah, fuck.
This year's video game release schedule. Okay. Yes, everyone is kind of worried since the new consoles or the old consoles are going out and the new consoles are coming in that there's not going to be a lot of games coming out for the 360 and the PS3. And sadly enough, that is not true. There is actually quite a bit of stuff coming out.
There is?
There is. I'm sorry, you were doing your thing there. But yeah, the big ones with the title, they also put the big conventions on here, which I don't know why. But the big ones there in March, you got the BioShock Infinite, which I think March 26th. That's already no, it's not March 26th yet. That's tomorrow. Now that
BioShock Infinite is tomorrow.
Yeah, BioShock Infinite's tomorrow. Army of Two Devil Cartels tomorrow. The game no one will ever play, Aliens Colonial Marines, especially.
Well, that's for Wii U.
Yeah,
it's already out.
Okay, yeah. Well, the Wii U version, no one's going to play that because nobody's playing the Xbox version either. I heard that game was pretty god awful.
Really?
Yeah.
I wouldn't know. I haven't played it.
Just looking at it, I remember seeing the video for it when it first came out because I can't remember the name of the company, but the same people that pumped out Borderlands 2 pumped this one out. Okay. And they were promoting them both at the same time, and when you put the two next to each other, Aliens look like shit. So bad. So bad.
Now, with this release stuff that you put up, there is one interesting game coming out next month that I've seen a lot of hype about, and that's Defiance.
Yes, that is going to be a tie-in with a Sci-Fi Channel TV show.
Okay, now I know what's going to say.
Exactly.
I was on the fence, but now I know. Because it's supposed to be the first open-world first-person shooter on console, isn't it?
I think so, yeah. It's trying to be like a big MMO first-person shooter. Massive wars and battles go on. You know, you're playing with literally hundreds of people on the server, I guess. And it does look like a massive war going on. Only problem is that Time have told us that anything linked to actual TV shows or movies usually don't work. And considering they've even got this timed out to where the game releases very close to the actual TV show, that's even worse news. Because with the Walking Dead Survival Instinct game, it comes out the same time Walking Dead ends, and I watched a video on that, and that fucking game's horrible. But, we got John bringing up some Defiance footage here.
Well, I was just wondering. I haven't actually seen it yet.
I've seen the trailer 1 billion times on Sci-Fi Channel.
Large player.
But I haven't actually checked out.
Go full screen. Although I'm going to cut off some of it a little bit.
Don't judge me for being scared. I'm not the one with all the weapons. I know you're here with Carl von Bach.
Hello, funny little alien.
I know what you're looking for, and it just so happens that I know where it is.
Now, my first question is, does this game have character creation? Because if it does, I want to create me one of these ugly little alien guys.
I'm sorry, but
I doubt it. That's just too much.
I'll send some echelon mercenaries to give you backup, but you'll have to do the bulk of the work. This is your show, not mine.
Show, game, whatever. Well, we have a... Oh, what the hell? I don't see anybody with her.
Wait a minute. Wait.
Oh, no, there's a teammate.
No, this isn't a first-person shooter.
Nope, it's a third-person shooter.
This is Gears of War.
What are you doing?
Hey, you bitch.
Well, now I'm no longer interested. That's fucking loud.
Yeah, it is a little bit. But you got your nice open space. Looks like you got a big choice of guns. I mean, first he was shooting something that shot blue shit. Now he's shooting a regular heavy machine gun. There's a sniper. Not from the same person. I like how it's switching from person to person. That way it shows you different views of the game. But still, I only see like 3 or 4 of her teammates in here. That is not massive at all.
Well, they haven't released the game yet.
I understand that, but still. There's got to be at least 16 people in the game studio making this fucking video. They could all play it at the same time. Now we got Colonel fucking Rogers here. Is he hitting his own teammates? I haven't really got a good look at what the enemy looks like.
Well, this doesn't seem like multiplayer play. This seems more like objective-based or cooperative mission shit.
That's fine with me. I prefer that, actually.
That might work in the third person, but I don't know.
Let's secure the area so we can collect our script and go home.
The action seems pretty intense. If you could get 15 of your friends to play with this and all be on the same team, shit like that, that could be kind of interesting. This is This is kind of like the stuff I've been waiting for console.
Good work. Area secure.
Area secure, mission complete.
I'm not detecting any trace of the arc cell.
So you just did all that for
Not
nothing.
here, and it may never have been.
Carolina 1, this is Delaware 2. Found the cell. We're ready for extraction.
Well, this game still looks
Hold on a
rushed,
sec.
though.
One of these rust jobs is still alive.
Are these all... Oh, it's inventory. I was like, are these all missions? But I know that's all guns, which is crazy ridiculous that there's that many guns in this game.
Oh, it's like the like Borderlands MMO. Almost.
Wow, that's a lot of options, too. Character. She ain't got much to pick from, does she?
Well, this isn't a very intuitive interface for console.
Oh, no. Purchase.
Do you have any idea who that was?
The hell was that?
That was the enemy.
Do you have any idea?
I love how you can automatically just generate the four-wheeler.
Walking away.
You don't have to worry about where you parked it. Oh, here comes another battle. It's so intense. What the fuck is that big crab-looking thing?
I don't know. It moves kind of stupid.
Well, I don't think it can actually walk. Its legs aren't big enough to pick up its fat-ass belly. Ooh, you just got your ass kicked by some funny little crab-looking dude.
I mean, when you compare that against some of the fucking giant things you fight in, like, MMOs, that's not really all that impressive.
No, but what kind of gun does she got? Some big laser blaster shotgun thing? Whoa!
It's like the spider ants.
Oh, yeah, it does kind of look like
Look,
Spider-Man,
and you
doesn't
attack
it?
them from the back. It's a Borderlands ripoff.
At least it's not bright orange on the ass like fucking Lost Planet. Oh, you just got your ass kicked. Wow, when it dies, it becomes a volcano of nasty, fiery goo. Which oddly doesn't hurt anybody. Oh, we just sent off a beacon. That's it. Run into the big orange light. That's a good idea.
Well, it would help if they'd explain what the fuck was going on rather than just show shit.
This mission will be dangerous. We'll depart as soon as we have a
Ooh, is it a racing? Fight! Cutscene!
That cornfield, now I'm buying it.
As long as it doesn't have fucking sewers. I hate sewers in video games. Can you shoot while you're on? Oh, you can get roadkill on the four-wheeler. Can you shoot off the four-wheeler? That would be kind of nice.
Oh, how convenient that he didn't run into the fence. There's probably a reason for that. Can't drive through a fence.
Yeah, that is one thing video games like these are lacking, and that's destructible environments.
Oh, they can only do so much.
I know. My God, it took a lot of bullets to kill that guy. You're shooting him in the back.
Now I know I'm not buying it.
It's still a full clip killer, but people. Now that guy didn't die. Oh, maybe it's because she's shooting blue shit at him.
See, I mean, it's not bad.
It looks interesting, but
I mean, being an open world kind of MMO deal, it would probably be, you know, interesting to play if they updated it and you could do a lot of shit.
oh, you got some pussy shit on her head. Then it won't go away.
Annoying.
All right.
But yeah, I mean, if that's part of the gameplay, if it's just like like World of Warcraft or Guild Wars 2 and shit like that,
But just with guns and
with
instant action and all that good stuff.
I'm saying first person shooter,
yeah,
but
it's not a first person. I know you don't
stuff like that.
I know you don't like third person shooters, but it didn't really look cover based. I didn't see much of anybody hiding behind anything.
Yeah, cover based sucks. I hate those systems because they always force you to use it. I mean, it'd be nice if they put it in the game and then didn't force you to, like, look what we have in our game. Like, just use it subtly.
Right.
Mass Effect kind of uses it subtly, but the third one they kind of reverted back to let's show off the cover system more because everybody clamored about how much they wanted the cover system in the game and blah blah blah.
Right.
So they got that, so they had to make a big deal out of it.
So yeah, Defiance comes out in April, and I do actually want to watch the TV show. I'm not 100% sure about the game, but I do want to watch
How
the
can
TV
you make a TV show based on that?
It's a big show about survival after a big apocalypse kind of thing. But there's aliens and all sorts of crazy stuff in there. It's easy to make a show off that. Every sci-fi channel is about that.
Yeah, well.
Every show on the Sci-Fi Channel is something about an apocalypse and people living and the ruins of some
I'm
fucking
sure my
major
old lady
disaster.
would be into it. She watches all those Sci-Fi Channel.
Does she? I like a
shows.
few of them. We've been watching Lost Girl a lot, but that's not important here. Anyway, what else do we got coming out in April? Ninja Gaiden. Nobody cares. I can't believe they're still making Ninja Gaiden games.
Some people care.
Really?
It's the Ninja Gaiden fans.
Oh, there's my big one, Injustice: Gods Among Us.
Yep.
I still want to try that game.
Try it. You know you're going to buy it.
I don't know if I'll have the cash, man. I may have to go rent it and just play it for a couple days.
Painkiller, Hell, and Damnation. What's that?
I have no idea. Probably some cheap third-person shooter, kind of like Never Dead or something silly like that. I want to say I've heard of another Painkiller game, but I'm not 100% sure. Are we looking it up?
I was going to. Let me go back to the camera shot for a second. Painkiller.
Painkiller. There it is. Hell and Damnation.
Yes. The first thing that comes up.
Yeah, it's
Painkiller. It's all Judas Priest.
Well, it was up there when you were typing it in.
Painkiller. What's it? Hell.
There, Hell and
you go.
Damnation trailer right there.
Oh, look,
Third one down. Trailer.
You want a trailer?
Yeah, we want a trailer. We don't care about the review.
Well, I don't want a review, but I'd like to get some gameplay or something.
I like the trailers. If they can't convince me off the trailer, the gameplay is not going to help.
Great.
What? We just... Ooh. Sloppy. Quit yawning. You're supposed to be excited.
One sleepy eye.
This is why I don't like trailers.
The other one is wet and
Because they rarely
Wants
say
to
anything
cry.
about the game.
But it gives you the feel of the environment of the game. You know, which... And this looks like Fallout, really.
I have one.
I found a doll.
sleepy head. I really just want to go to bed and take a pain killer.
The song is horrible.
Pain killer. Pain killer. Pain kill the pain.
Oh, here we go. He just stabbed his daughter for no reason. I think I may have played the original. I don't know. Oh, there's a
Ran into a tree thing.
tree monster. Looked like something out of Silent Hill. Boom! Pain killer. Why is everything blowing up behind him?
Because he's Neo.
My anger will destroy overpasses.
Thank you, Indie Rock Chick. You can shut up now. And know nothing about the fucking game, the mood of it. Does it take place in the desert with a freeway, or does it take place in a rainy night on a road?
And hopefully you have telekinesis like he has, because that could be interesting. Available in October. That's not what I just...
Yeah, that maybe it was supposed to be 2012. And they fucked that all up. What's this?
Painkiller HD gameplay. PC gameplay.
So it's already out on PC?
I have no idea, man.
Well, guess what we're watching?
Not all of it. It's 26 minutes long.
Well, maybe not all of it.
Video offers a rich and engaging way to connect with your audience.
Yes, it
Video.
does, doesn't it?
Yeah, we're trying to do that right now if you quit interrupting.
Video. Advertising with video has never been easier, faster,
Now you can skip ad now.
more
Oh,
accountable,
good.
or more insightful.
Well, there's the intro. Big monster.
Now, see, I'm already interested.
With the big monster and a
Yeah.
destroyed land.
This looks more interesting than the trailer.
Yeah, the trailer didn't tell you anything about giant monsters. Difficulty. Trauma.
Oh, no.
Nope, no.
That song starts, I'm immediately skipping.
Hey, we're getting a little high on CPU usage.
Damn, we are. The hell? It's probably because of the video. It is this trailer. No, we already saw that.
Surely they had something else about final boss video or something, but you probably got to jump halfway through, which means we're gonna have to buffer it for 2 or 3 minutes. So yeah, this ain't a good video.
Yeah, this sucks.
Where?
I think it's trying to do the full screen video.
Catherine.
Did they get the same voice actor from Max Payne?
That vanished so fast.
And the same writer from Max Payne.
It's the same video, just without the horrible song.
We died.
We died.
But somehow.
I don't know what happened to Catherine. She deserved a better place. I landed here.
In freeway hell.
Between heaven and hell. I fought with the devil himself. They promised me that I'd join Catherine, but it was all a lie.
That must have been in the first Painkiller game.
Angels and demons tricked me. There's
Are you gonna
no
cry
way
about
out
it,
of
buddy?
They tricked me.
Where?
In hell, there's no such thing as the end of pain. When you think it's over, the pain just gets worse.
That still doesn't explain a damn thing about what this game's about.
That guy could have skipped all of that.
Daniel.
Great voice acting.
Daniel, wake up.
Daniel!
He's coming.
Who's that guy?
Angel of Death.
I have an offer for you.
I want you to do a bunch of bad side missions.
Die!
You really...
I'm afraid that's my line.
I'm Death, get it?
Now, do you want your Catherine back? I'll take you to her.
Oh, how stupid.
I've heard that before.
Collect 7 legions of souls for me.
7 legions of souls?
Your beloved wife.
How can I be sure you're not lying?
Complete
like
the 7
others?
levels of this game, and I will give you your wife.
Because I'll give you the baby doll back.
A trinket from your car.
2 things in the world that are certain. And you're talking to one of them.
Ooh.
Yeah, and you're not the tax collector.
Ugh.
Wow.
7,000
I'm the gun maker.
souls for your true love.
7,000 souls.
Me.
Because you are an abomination in the battle with the Hell Lords. You should have died.
The Hell Lords is like a
1,000 times,
terrible gang name.
But you're still alive.
I love that. You have to collect 7,000 souls. You'll get your wife back and an achievement.
The equilibrium. 7,000 souls.
Enough about the souls, Jesus Christ.
Hey, man, it's like his crack.
Catherine.
All
Don't
right.
you forget our deal. Well, it's a first-person shooter. There you go, John.
Yep. I'm hooked now.
He's got the most ridiculous gun in the world. Oh, now he turned everything all crazy.
Oh, he's collecting souls, isn't he?
I don't know what the fuck he's doing.
Or no, he's like blowing people apart in crazy black and white land, and they're all orange.
What is the deal with the color orange? That gun better do something more. He doesn't even have to aim. Look at that. It just kind of directs right to them. Does it ever quit shooting? So he's got a Ghostbusters blaster. And it's really good at breaking vases. Was that it? How many souls did he get? Monsters killed.
One of the 7 levels down.
Souls collected 142 or something. Ooh, now we got the demon double barrel. Oh, and there's a giant.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
You like the giant?
Yeah. I don't like the music. But
I don't know why he's jumping constantly.
Probably move faster. No, right in the butt. He's anally raping him.
What is with the slow motion and the cards in the front?
I may have to buy this.
Are you kidding me? This does not look that good. Ooh, boy, that vicious ankle shot. That'll do him, man.
To be able to shoot a giant in the ass in slow motion, how could you not get this game?
So I wonder if you have to collect different cards to... Oh, God, he's got the laser blaster out again.
Skeletons. Giant fell down.
Oh, did he fall down?
Yeah, he's gone now.
He slipped from the anal bleeding. I don't like the Ghostbuster thing. You got to hold it on him way too long to kill him.
Well, certain
Are they
fans
fighting each other?
Looks like it. Certain fans of the movie Ghostbusters would really like this game.
Now, see, I want an impact.
Well, I'm sure there's different things the gun can do. This guy just chooses to have
the fucking laser blast him.
Ghostbusters thing. Ghost.
Why does it
What?
keep, there
Yeah,
we go.
that's like-
It's like he's editing the video is what it does.
Is it, or is it like...
Or maybe it just wouldn't kick on for the first 2 times he tried.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait. Okay, I'm not buying the game now.
Why? What's your problem with it?
Because that was the final boss. I didn't look at the fucking name of the video. That sucks. Well, had I paid attention and not watched the final boss fight.
No, what's the big deal? Maybe.
Well, because if that's the final boss, that would be cool as a boss in the game, but as a final boss, a giant's not really that impressive as a final boss.
Well, who knows? Okay, well, there you go for Painkiller. What else do we got on the list? Dead Island's Riptide comes out. I'm pretty sure that was supposed to be DLC, and they just made it to a full game.
Yeah, bilk all the people out of the most money they can get.
We're going to skip some of these PC games that I'll never play. Dragon's Dogma.
We're supposed to be video game. Well, actually, next gen is mostly console based, so
Yeah, see, and neither of us play PCs.
and we never really did give an intro to the show to let people know what we're going to be covering and what we're going to be discussing. So,
video game.
we'll just throw that out there.
I'm pretty
now.
sure it's pretty obvious.
We're going to be talking about console gaming and newer console gaming, not older stuff.
Well, we might tinker around with the older stuff.
Well, we may discuss it, but we're not going to go into depth. It's not a classic game show. It's next gen games.
Yes, we're all about the new stuff.
So when the new systems come out, we'll be all over the top of
That's why we're the next gen jerks.
Hopefully.
Okay, skipping.
Dragon's Dogma, Dark Horizon.
I don't think that's how you spell Horizon.
Arisen. Dark Arisen. That doesn't even sound right.
No, and I don't think I liked the last Dragon's Dogma that came out.
I saw that game, but I didn't buy it.
I think I tried the demo and didn't like it. It's tried to be a Skyrim basically, but it had this a big theme for team playing, like not multiplayer, just you having a big crew of people with you and commanding them, all that good shit. I don't think it worked very well. Then we have Deadly Premonition, the director's cut, which doesn't make any sense why video games have director's cuts.
What's Deadly Premonitions?
I don't know.
Premonition.
It's just a PC.
Sounds like a crappy horror movie.
It probably is, yeah. And then Game Stick console. That's something we're going to touch on here in a little bit after we get through this list, because that actually intrigued me a little bit until I read it, and then I wasn't that impressed by it. But it's
the potential reveal of the next Xbox.
Yes, in April, but it probably won't happen until E3. I don't know what they're talking about there.
Yeah, it's not going to be revealed till I guarantee both PS3 and Xbox. What the new Xbox will be E3.
Yeah, it's not coming out anytime soon. I'm not sure what they thought April was going to happen in April, but then in May, a whole bunch of poo. You got Deus Ex Human Revolution director's cut for the Wii
U.
Yeah, which neither of us own and neither of us will play. Not sure what Dark is.
Well, to be fair with the next gen things, maybe one of us should buy the Wii U. Jake?
No. No, thank you.
God damn it.
Not happening. Let's see here. Metro Last Light. I believe the first Metro game wasn't very good.
Really?
Yeah.
I heard mixed reviews about it.
Yeah, well, if it's mixed, then it's not enough for me to buy it.
I mean, people said it was a lot like Fallout 3, but just in Russia. So
I don't know. Anything with metro means subway tunnels and sewers, and I'm not playing a whole fucking game of subway tunnels and sewers. Because as I've stated many times, like
you hate sewers.
The worst part of any video game is the goddamn sewer levels.
They're coming out with another Resident Evil title?
Dude, they pumped like 3 out a year now. Haven't you been paying attention?
Jesus Christ.
This is Resident Evil Revelations. I haven't heard a word about this, so I'm guessing it's going to be about as good as Raccoon City, which was
6. Which everyone disliked strongly.
Yeah. And then Fuse, which I do believe is a team-based action third-person shooter. I think it was called something else at one point in time, and then they had to change the name. It was Overload or some shit like that. But it's kind of interesting. It's only a 4-player multiplayer, but it's got like 6 or 7 characters you can choose from. And there are all sorts of crazy powers, like somebody can put a big force field up and then lead the way into battle while everyone else can shoot through the force field, but they can't shoot back at them.
Wait a minute. That sounds familiar.
It might.
Sounds like something from like Borderlands or
Fuse.
what's the
There
other
it
one?
is. GameSpot now playing Fuse.
Well,
what's the other one you're asking me about?
No, I just thought maybe it was never mind.
You lost me, dude. I don't know what you're.
I can't think right now. My brain is just completely fried.
The convenience you deserve.
Oh, Mass Effect 3 was what I was thinking of.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah, you have more people than you really need, and probably a few of them you'll never use. And I'm pretty sure with this Fuse, like everybody's kind of got their own thing. Not like in Mass Effect where you had 2 bionics and 2 engineers and this and that and the other. It's basically just who you liked. This one, like literally everybody has their own little tricks.
Yeah.
Now playing Fuse at GameSpot.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another GameSpot.
No.
We take a look at an unreleased video game. Brian Allguy is my guest today, and we're taking.
No, this is like a whole other show.
Well, mute his ass.
I'll mute it.
Yeah.
There we go. Was that Daniel Craig?
Now it's got to catch up. So here we go. I have a big snowy background and some weird. Looks like a military setup. Blown to shit. Every game is just completely destroyed. When am I going to have like a nice happy background in my video game?
See, this is going to be
a little bit of cover base.
They're really digging on that whole third person thing. Third person view.
Oh, no, is he calling? Yep, there she is calling in the troops. There's Invisible Guy. It looks like if you play single player, you can switch in between your guys to choose which one will do what, because he's all invisible and sneaking up, cracking people's necks and shit.
Oh, so it's like squad based.
Yeah.
Well, it's only fun when you got other people to play with.
Well, now with this one, you can switch from squad member to squad member, so you can get a little feel of what everybody can do. But I think once you turn the heat up here, how well do your see? Like now, he's just fucked everything up. Now he's gonna break in this guy, and his special power is gonna be hiding behind a fucking wall. You're going to have to do something. Oh, there's the big wall I was talking about. People can hide behind it and shoot freely.
No, it's Halo. That's what I'm thinking of. Halo's the game where you can throw up an energy wall, shoot through it, and they can't shoot you.
Okay. Did they have that in Halo 4, I'm guessing?
Well, I'm sure they have it in all the Halo games. It's like a staple of the series.
No, they didn't have it in the early ones.
Halo 3 had it.
The Halo ODST, the one I played the most, didn't have it. So, yeah, this is basically what it is. You switch. Let's see what this guy's big power is. We just seen the wall. Here's your sniper. Whoa, that's a big explosive sniper.
Oh, you can move the shield.
Oh, yeah. You can be like he's got that gun right there. He can latch onto it and carry it around with him. Let other people hide behind it. It's actually kind of an interesting idea. I remember seeing this last year at one of the E3s or one of the other big conventions, and it looked really cool. This could be like one of the big multiplayer games that you could play co-op with people. Oof. That looked like it hurt. But yeah, there's a whole lot of nonsense going on.
Whole lot of covering.
Oh,
Whole
yeah.
lot of covering.
You can't just run into a situation. Well, she can, obviously. They just fucked me up there. Oh, you missed. He didn't know him.
Fighting stormtroopers.
Oh, there we go. A little. Yeah, they all look like either stormtroopers or like the Cerberus from Mass Effect. No, she's got super zoom sniper. But there ain't nothing really handy about being a sniper when you walk right up to the enemy.
Yeah.
Hey, you can shoot.
That is kind of stupid.
You can shoot hanging off the wall. That was kind of neat.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a grenade between his legs that he didn't even notice. What the hell? Did it take that long to ignite? Jesus.
Well, that's interesting.
What, the pull over the wall move?
No, just the whole, like, that was just an interesting move. I'd never seen that done before. I know other people have probably done it. It's just, I thought it was pretty cool.
Now she's got some crazy heat ball launcher thing. Kind of like a flat cannon from the old Unreal Tournament days. Is this someone oh, this is Invisible Guy again. We're back to Invisible Guy. He just don't give a shit. Invisible Guy will fuck up anybody. Like, hey, who broke his neck? They still can't fucking hit him right. Now I'm going to run for cover even though no one can see me. Oh, he's got like a Predator mode where he... Oh, no, that was his teammate. I wonder why when you press the button, like, certain people are open at certain times and then other times they're not. Like, are they in the middle of a move or something and you just can't activate them? Oh, this is a way to save your teammates to set up the wall and then cure them. That's kind of neat.
Yeah, that would be a definite good addition to a game.
But like I said, if it's what I understand, like that character there is the only one that can have that power wall. All the others have their other little tricks. Like the other Invisible Guy is the only one that can be invisible.
Oh, and he can set it down and then shoot.
Yeah. He can set it down. He can carry it around. He can put it on top of anything he wants. It's a pretty handy little thing. Now, a question is how long does it really last, though? I mean, if it's a force field, eventually it's got a weekend and you got to recharge the damn thing, you would think.
You would think, but
or it would be just way too fucking easy to use. You just have that on the whole fucking time.
Has there been much talk about this game?
There was last year at E3. They really liked this game at E3, but other than that, I haven't seen a whole lot on it. Which, like we said, it doesn't come out till May or so.
Well, maybe I'll hype it up.
All right, well, let's shut this down. We're kind of watching the same thing now.
Yeah. I just wanted to get a feel for the game because I hadn't heard about it before.
It looks pretty good. All right, so now we move over to Just Spring. And we have, Amnesia for the PC. I'll never play that. Dark for the PC and Xbox 360. I think that was already up in May. June, the big one, Remember Me. I believe that is the Blade Runner type memory stealer game. That was a horrible fucking explanation. But it does look very cool. It's a third-person action game. It has this whole setup where you can go and actually... There's like a mini game where you actually change people's memories, where you go and you get into their memory and you change little bits, and it'll just fuck up their whole world. Like set some guy up for cheating on his wife or some bullshit like that.
So it's not like what's it closest to? Gameplay wise, is like
it's a little Assassin's Creed because there's a lot of sneaking around and climbing up side of buildings and shit like that because you got to sneak into their room while they're sleeping so you can fuck with their memory. And it has a little bit of melee fighting, which I don't play enough melee fighting single player games to really attach that to anything certain. I hope it's not like the new Metal Gear where it's all slamming shit around and ridiculous moves. Hopefully it's a little more realistic than that.
So it's more like it's not a narrative-based game like Heavy Rain.
No. I don't think so.
Don't nod.
That's the weirdest name for a game company. Wow. Get to it already. Give me a memory to remix and I'll change the world. Yes, that's what we're... Neo Paris.
All right, I don't like this game automatically.
Why? Because it's in futuristic Paris?
No, because they used Neo, the term Neo.
Oh God! Will you let the Matrix
no one,
go already?
no one in the fucking future is going to use that term. It's going to be antiquated in the future.
So yes, it's based in a huge city that is very, very vertical. You're going to be doing a lot of climbing and jumping in this game.
See, that's something you don't see a lot in a lot of games today, is vertical cities that you can explore.
No, that's fine until you just find too many buildings that you just can't jump up any higher. Oof. I wonder if it changes
like
that
having a
cinematic every time you jump and land.
If this was like, which it seems like it's building up to a futuristic Assassin's Creed, that would be interesting.
Your way ain't gonna work. You got a plan B?
Figure it out yourself, bitch.
Buildings locked down. You need to track down a Captain Trace.
Pout a little bit. Jeez.
He's eccentric and very dangerous.
You're gonna make me figure this out on my own, aren't you?
We need to move.
That thing on the back of her neck is super fucking annoying.
Give me a second to do an aug lock on his position.
It's like digiflower coming out of the back of her neck.
I think that's the big thing that lets her jack into people's minds and fuck with their memories. I wish it would just kind of skip to the actual memory switching part, because that part was really cool. Oh, now you're fucked.
Except for the fact they haven't established who this is.
What Did he just call her villain? Hello, villain.
Why?
We're just going to automatically portray you as the villain.
What kind of future is this where the guy who's about to shoot you has a little pop-up that announces who he is? Like, hello, I'll be your killer today.
Oh, jump, lady. Oh, he shot your shit. You can't hang on it when he blows it out from under you.
Yep, that's what this is starting to look like.
Assassin's Creed.
A future Assassin's Creed.
Oh, you're screwed now. Should have took door number 2, or alley number 2. Oh, come on. She didn't even jump that time.
I like the voice acting in a lot of these games. It doesn't sound like they're actually doing anything strenuous. It just sounds like they're frustrated. Like,
whoa, what is that noise? She's got a little electronic telekinesis there. And it made a ladder for her.
They should have named this game If You Like to Climb.
It is trying to make the action scene pretty intense. Like, I've got to wait perfectly until his dumbass moves to the left so I can jump over here. Oh, did she just... Oh, I thought that was her getting shot in midair.
Now, see, she should have jumped on one of those robots a la fucking Star Wars and rode it through the
now,
city.
did you see that? She moved it real slowly for like 10 seconds and then it just dropped. That's kind of silly.
Well, it's all got to be designed to assist the level in some way.
Ugh.
If they gave you too much freedom, it would just be exploitable.
Well, I mean, why couldn't you just drop it? Why do you have to move it slowly and then let it drop?
Tension.
I have 15 seconds to move this door.
There does get to a certain point that these game developers never seem to understand. When you've done the whole surprise, here's a gunship 5 fucking times in a row, it stops being a surprise.
Right.
It's like you come to expect the gunship to appear around every corner.
Seriously.
Come here, you bitch.
Oh, voice acting is so great.
But it's got some Batman type fighting to it. Little Arkham Asylum shit going on here. Hey, are we still
Blew his
recording?
brains out, literally. Yeah.
Okay. I thought that thing was supposed to go all see-through when it's actually recording.
What was see-through?
The little recording icon.
No, it's got the little blue arrow.
Okay.
Which is great for our viewers to know.
Sorry about that. I'm paranoid after the last time. Oh, here comes the gunship again. After a nice little break with some fighting, we're back to climbing. She needs a grappling hook is what she needs. This would be so much easier. She's got that goofy little ray gun on her wrist that does everything else. Why doesn't it shoot a grappling hook?
Well, see, you're not giving the game enough of an opportunity to build up to the, getting that later on.
Maybe that's a tool for later. That could be.
If it's going to truly rip off Assassin's Creed, it will.
And Batman. You never played the Arkham Asylum games. I keep forgetting that.
Nope.
I'm about to bring one to you sometime.
Well, I'd let you borrow Assassin's Creed, but you'd have to borrow my whole Xbox.
Yeah. Oh, yep, here we go. Little jump, click.
Whoa, what the fuck?
What is this about? Wow, she can freeze the room, huh? Logic bomb. Whoa! That was a neat trick. Did that thing say your bath is ready?
Number 8. Shock appearance of the gunship.
Technically, it's all one big scene, so you can't count how many times the gunship shows up.
I know, but they don't have to make a big spectacle of it every time it appears in a window. I got to get this just for the voice acting. It's terrible. Oh my God! It's the fugitive.
And a lot of memory overload. Wow, she just blew his head up. Oh, now we got a little piece. Till we open that door and the gunship's back. Wow, that just got real quiet all of a sudden.
They're just building it up for the gunship.
Yeah, here we go. Gunship's back.
Millen, stop playing with this freak. If he catches you off guard.
Yeah, okay, enough of the running commentary, thank you.
Steal the code from this bird brain and get to Silicartier Wells.
Come on, bitch.
I've got an idea.
Stay frosty, sis. This guy's serious.
So this is your great plan, huh? To hide forever.
Is this where she breaks out the grappling hook? That would be awesome. Got the Eiffel Tower in the background. There you go. Oh, this is the run in the shadows trick. I get you. Classic. Oh, he's seen a shadow of your foot. He's going to unload 400 rounds.
And he's still looking around.
Oh, yeah. He did.
Although I saw the foot there, I'm going to look at other places.
Oh, whoa. She turned the fan on. What does that do? Just a distraction. Obviously, this guy doesn't know what she's capable of because he's shooting at the fan. She's got the stealth shit down now. She wasn't doing very well earlier, but...
Yeah, he's still looking at the fan.
Is she going to jump on the plane?
There you go.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, there just happened to be a handle right there.
Oh, yeah, you know. She had that shit planned. Let's play Memory Wipe the General. Steal memory.
Now you won't know who you were chasing.
No, now you won't
can
know
do
how to
all
fly
this
the
over
plane.
again.
That's the thing
Yep.
there. I'm going to steal all your flight school memories. Wait a minute. What does this joystick do now? Shit!
Apparently your ability to fly, just like Jake said.
That's what I would have took. I would have went all Xavier on his ass and made him think it was a 3-year-old.
Well, that would look pretty cool.
But it didn't show the memory switch stuff, but we'll have to find out on a later date when this game gets closer to coming out.
I liked it.
I do too. It looks like a lot of fun. Something a little different. Okay, where were we at here?
I don't know.
In June, Last of Us, another game that's getting a lot of hype that I actually think does not come out in June. I think that got pushed back. So then you got Lost Planet 3, where you just shoot off the body parts of, or the orange body parts of all these big monsters. Yes.
Fuck Lost Planet.
Yeah, I know. Oh, that's E3 right there, the Electronic Expo, Entertainment Expo.
So that really only comes, I mean, that's not too far away.
That's June, yeah.
Yeah. The Ouija console, or whatever the hell.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. In August.
Disney Infinity.
Yeah, that doesn't look good at all.
But I've heard some talk about that, but yeah. Isn't it too late for Splinter Cell by this point?
It's never too late for more Xbox sequels.
Yeah, but nobody likes Splinter Cell.
No, not many people do.
Not anymore. It used to be good for the original Xbox, but now it's just archaic and obsolete.
Yeah, it's.
Here's the game you're waiting for, Saints Row 4.
Yeah, boy. Superpowers in an open world game. Fuck yeah.
And the rest are just Gamescom, PAX Prime.
Yeah. Oh, the Deadpool game sometime that summer. We don't know when, but have you seen the stuff on the Deadpool game? It's going to be a third-person shooter, ridiculous, really funny, it looks like.
Well, funny to you.
It's funny because I enjoy that kind of stuff, yes. I don't know if I'll buy the game just because it's based on Deadpool, but, if it looks really good, then maybe.
And my favorite, Grand Theft Auto 5, comes out in September.
I am so not looking forward to Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'll follow it a little bit and see if they change it up.
They're not. It's going to be realistic, just like all the other Grand Theft Autos.
I mean, it's going to be realistic, but if it's done in a way that's, I don't know.
Realistic is boring. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's just all it is. I can't help it that you can put as many jets and helicopters and guns in there, but it's just too real and too boring. It just drives me nuts.
Killzone Mercenary. Oh, that's for the Vita. Never mind.
Yeah, no one's playing a Vita around here.
Beyond Two Souls.
Assassin's Creed Black Flag, which is intriguing me just a little bit.
Really?
Yes, it is. Pirates, dude. I want to play some pirates. I don't care how or why. I was actually looking up other games on demand the other day, looking for a decent pirate game, and there just isn't one. It just isn't going to happen.
Risen.
I looked at that Risen 2 Dark Waters, and I watched some reviews on it, and it sucks balls.
Well, you have to expect that with the name like Risen.
Yeah. And in December, you've got Dead State.
For
PC, blah, blah, blah. And then to be announced, a whole bunch of stuff. Killzone for PS4, Watch Dogs, Destiny. All these are mostly PS4 games.
Now, what do you think about Destiny?
I have no idea what Destiny is.
Destiny is the new Bungie title.
Oh, so it's the Halo comeback, huh?
Kind of, yeah.
Okay, well, then it's going to look just like Halo. In fact, I think now that you say that, I have seen video of it, and it does look exactly like Halo. Now, the thing is with that I found interesting about this list, there's a lot of stuff that's both PS4 and PS3. How can they pull that off if the PS4 is not backwards compatible with other PS3 games? Doesn't make any sense. If the game console, the PS4, is so crazy, futuristic, and technologically advanced, then how in the fuck can they make the same game for both PS4 and PS3?
But it's not. You've seen the game.
I know what I've seen, and I know what I think, but I'm asking the question because someone is trying to prove me wrong. How can you build the same game for the PS4 and the PS3 if it's not backwards compatible? Unless it's a completely different game.
How could you have the same game for the Sega Master System and the Sega Genesis?
You're going to have to explain that to me a little more.
Well, way, way back in the day.
Right.
Sonic the Hedgehog was released on Genesis.
Right.
And not to upset, and don't ask me why they made this decision, not to upset the previous owners of the Sega Master System, their first 8-bit console, to upset the people who still own that console and wouldn't upgrade to the new 16-bit console to play Sonic the Hedgehog, they released the 8-bit version of Sonic the Hedgehog. Same game, just
in 8-bit.
In 8-bit instead of 16-bit.
Well, then that makes sense.
Potentially what they could do here with just, I mean, because really it's all your gaming consoles now are just glorified PCs. So really all they have to do is just scale it down to work with the architecture of that particular system.
Right.
They could make the same game, just make the graphics a lot
all
less.
right, I guess that's true, but still.
Less particle effects, less smoke, less light, less ray tracing shadows, shit like that,
But if they're making such a big deal out of this crap with the no backwards compatibility, it just seems kind of irritating that they can still come out and make the same game for the future and the current gen consoles. It's just if I find it irritating, it bugs me. There's no consoling me.
Yeah, but well, like PlayStation's backwards compatibility has always been fucking patchy at best.
Yeah, I understand that, but I mean, even with like the arcade stuff, they're not going to be able to use PSN arcade shit for PS3 on PS4.
Really?
Yeah. Even the downloadable titles are going to be shot to shit.
Yeah, but that's got to be a rumor. I don't think there's any hard
No,
evidence.
I'm pretty sure that was one of the big things that they pumped out. They want people to know
but
this.
that's all speculation though at this point.
No, this is what Sony pumped out when they pumped out that big ass video in February.
That everything on their PSN
network, anything that you
PlayStation Network of the PS3 variety is like, all right, fuck all that. Now we're doing this
because it's not backwards compatible.
They're potentially going to lose every single one of
Yes,
their
they are. I completely agree with you.
That's the dumbest move you can make. That's why I don't believe they're actually going to do it, because that's a retarded fucking move.
I know that they have officially stated that that's how this is going to work.
I don't know.
I know it's scary and it's stupid and it doesn't make any sense. What's some other games on here so we can move on to the next couple topics?
Well, you know what's oddly absent from this list?
What's that?
A new Call of Duty title.
Yeah, they don't have any of the big ones like that. The Call of Duty or the Battlefields, everything that comes out every goddamn year.
As a matter of fact, there hasn't been one solitary peep about a new Call of Duty.
Actually, no, there's a rumor going around now that it's going to be called Ghosts. Call of Duty
Well,
Ghosts.
yeah, there's that, but that's not what I mean when the fucking release of the next game is what at this point? 7 months away, 8 months
November
away?
probably. They're probably going to wait for it
with 8 months to go. Something should have been released by this.
Never mind. I know why they haven't released anything now, because they haven't released anything on the next gen consoles yet. And the next gen consoles, that's going to be like their ticket. They're going to want people to. That's going to be their way to get people to buy the console, is put Call of Duty on the next gen console. I bet you.
Yeah, but these systems aren't coming out this year.
Yes, they are. They are
now.
coming,
See, they're saying that, but it's not going to happen.
They are dead set to have the PS4 out this Christmas. They are dead set on that. They are going to have the next gen consoles out by the end of this year. And that's probably why you haven't
They
seen...
say that all the time, though, and then there's always fucking delays, and they push shit back. It's been like this for decades with gaming systems.
It could be. But that is my solution to your problem about haven't seen anything on Call of Duty yet. Because Call of Duty is going to be for the next-gen console, and that's how they're going to wrap you up into that, because they're going to be like, you want to play Call of Duty some more? You're going to have to spend $600.
Not to mention the fact that they're giving themselves zero lead time. I mean, when's E3? This is how I know it's not going to happen, because they always give about a year between E3 and the release of the console just to finalize all the shit, get all of their branding, all of their advertising. That shit can't just be thrown together at the last minute.
One thing,
I'm telling you, you're not going to see it 2013.
One thing, shock value. That's what they want.
No, it's technically can't be done.
If they've already built it and it's sitting in a fucking warehouse somewhere, then it can be done. If the work's already completed.
If they've already got it, if everything is 100%, they'd already have specs released.
No, not if
they'd already have that shit.
Not if they want to lock that shit up in a bottle and wait for the shock value of E3.
Why?
Because
E3 doesn't sell units.
But
E3
it's the
is
biggest,
just their jerk off session.
It's the biggest way for them to advertise their new shit. Everybody watches it. Everybody follows it. That will be their canon of advertisement gunpowder that they shoot all over the goddamn world and get everybody excited for it. And then in November, when it comes out, everybody will buy that shit.
You're taking this whole E3 thing to a level that it's not.
Have you ever watched the E3 coverage?
No.
Then you don't know, dude.
No, there's one. This is what I do know. There are a lot of gamers out there, a lot of people who buy these consoles and buy these games and do shit who have no idea what E3 even is. That's a
really
fact. Yes.
You think so?
Oh yeah, definitely.
I've been watching E3 on G4 for the last 4 years.
But that's you.
But that was a big thing. X-Play and all that shit. They loved all that. Well, I guess they didn't love it that much because it all got canceled this year. But
what I'm saying is there are a great number of people, gamers out there who don't know E3.
And
small kids, very young kids whose parents buy them game systems. They don't know what the hell E3 is. The parents don't know what E3 is.
Anybody between 18 and 35, they know what E3 is. And even below that, I'm sure there's the 15-year-old nerd kids out there. They know what E3 is.
There's some people who just buy these systems to play shit like Madden and sports titles.
That is true.
Who could give two shits about E3.
That is true. There are those group of people. But
now, they would know that E3 exists, but they don't give two shits to watch videos of it or actually attend it or anything like that. So E3, it serves its function to be like the trade show that it is. But as far as hardcore marketing of the product, they're not going to stop until even your grandmother knows the PS4 is coming out on this date. That's how that marketing strategy works, and they need time to do that.
I think they're going to change it up this year. I think they're going with shock value.
Dude,
they're going to give it very little time.
It's a simple matter of time. They don't have the time.
Well, when is E3? It was in, where did we see that at?
June.
Okay, that June from November. That's
Isn't it? Yeah.
4 months. 3 or 4 months. I can't do it. The math is off, I'm sure. But, that's 3 months.
That's 5 months.
5 months. There you go. 5 months of them just jamming.
Isn't it? July.
Yeah, we both don't know the fucking months. We need my.
Yeah, that's 5 months.
Okay.
If they release it in November or December, 5 to 6 months. That's not enough time to market your console.
That is plenty of time. If they have all this shit set up ahead of time, prepared and ready to go from July or June to November, that's 5 months of them cramming it in every commercial break on every channel of every fucking thing you could find, ads on YouTube, everywhere. They can get that out. And they know the people that...
Even when they make these announcements at E3, they don't have a finished console. E3 is always the first time they'll ever talk about it. It's always a prototype console, and they're always playing fucking half-finished games and shit like that. The development hasn't finished yet. I'm telling you, it's not... All this speculation about 2013, it's not going to happen.
I don't know, man. We'll have to see, I guess.
Trust
because we are just not going to agree on this.
I've been in this game for a long time, Jake. I've seen it happen before. They like to hype this shit up, and it's getting worse with all these different game sites and all this shit. And the speculation just runs rampant. The less you say, the more these people just create stories out of the fucking thin blue.
Well,
and it's just a common knowledge thing, and you always expect common knowledge and common sense to prevail, but it never does because people just get too antsy in their pantsy, and boom, next thing you know, PS4 and Xbox, the new Xbox 720 or whatever, is being released at the end of 2013. That's not going to happen.
Well, if something happens and that doesn't happen, then they're going to have a whole world of fucking gamers that are just super fucking pissed off because they're already expecting it. They already expect this shit to be popping up. It's already been, leaked, and like you said, that shit spreads like wildfire on the internet.
But I'll eat my proverbial hat if it gets released this year.
All right, there you go. There will be a big "I told you so" if fucking John's wrong. All right.
I just do not believe that's going to happen.
Now, the two big things on this list that I did see, we're talking about all the next-gen consoles and all this good stuff, is gaming alternatives. And I found 2 of them that were pumped out by a company called Kickstarter. And the first one is called the Game Stick. John's going to bring that up right now. And this is going to be alternative gaming. It's kind of social gaming plastered on your TV. What this little guy is that little flash drive there you see in the picture, that is the console. That little flash drive thing there, you plug that into the side of your television, and you can play games from whatever company this is, the Kickstarter company. But the only problem with it is for like that, you can plug in a TV anywhere. And it works wherever you want to go, all this good stuff. But the games are not as interesting as you'd want them to be. Most of them are your Android games, which is going to be a problem for some people because not a lot of, granted, Android games are big on cell phones. And that's basically what this is them pumping out Android cell phone games on your TV. But they did have, there's a shot of the dashboard. They do have that game right there you can see on the top screen called Shadowrun, and they don't really show too much about it except for at the very end of this video, and it is a full-on third-person cover-based shooter that you can play off of this little controller thingy. Here, we'll let this guy talk. He can explain it better than me.
Each of these is running slightly different.
I can't run that.
Is it maxing it out?
Oh, yes. I can't run it full screen.
All right, that's fine.
We will work out a solution to this, folks.
None of them are running MHL, which means that they require separate power in.
Okay, now this guy's getting way too techie.
MHL built into it so that in
NHL
devices, it will self-power from.
But if you can see on that screen, I think there's a kart game there. Yeah, okay, you plug it into the side of your TV. Everybody knows how this works.
We're powering from USB into the.
Oh, that's fucking inconvenient.
Why is that? Well, no, that right there is the prototype. It's not as pretty as the little white flash drive you seen earlier.
Yeah, but he's got a point. HDMI cables don't provide power.
Right.
So to power the the device, you're going to have to feed it some sort of power. So he's doing it off a USB port.
No, the whole thing plugs into the USB port.
No.
That's
it plugs into HDMI. You can't stream video through a USB.
You can't?
No.
Okay, well then. And then here we go. Here's the,
not quality that's going to be good on a TV. You can't.
Then here's the Shadowrun game that I was telling you about.
God, Shadowrun. That's like a first-gen Xbox 360 title.
Is that what that is? Okay.
Yeah, that was the abysmal failure of the multiplayer-only game.
Well, that's
the game that doesn't have an actual fucking story. It's all multiplayer. If that's the same game I'm thinking of, I'm pretty sure that's Shadowrun. Oh wow!
Yeah, you don't get a whole lot on this, but it's got some scroll up a little bit so I can look through what it is I'm kind of talking about here. Back. Okay, there you go. Games. Using Android as the underlying operating system, this gives us access to all the innovation and content within the mobile, tablet, and now PC world. There are 700,000 Android games in the Android ecosystem. So far, we have identified 200 titles that will be great to play on the game stick. We are working with our network with over 250 developers, including great studios such as Madfinger, Hutch, Disney, and others to bring up the best lineup. The one thing about this is that some people are really going to like is, I think it says up top a little higher, this thing is only going to cost about $80. And so that's a handy little gadget that you can take anywhere you want to go, plug into your TV. So like people who are big on traveling, can't drag their Xbox with them all over the place, that's where this is going to come into play.
They're going to have to rename those buttons right off the bat.
Oh, the play. Yeah. The game controller itself doesn't look very awesome. It looks like a square Xbox controller. I don't know if it has...
Looks like one of those Wii controllers, the standard, not the nunchuck and stick.
The old school standard like Nintendo thing, yeah. And then it does come with a very nice, clear carrying case. Probably about big enough you can sit in your back pocket if you wanted to. But yeah, so they're coming out with these alternatives to big gaming, which is kind of neat. I don't know if it'll actually happen. It actually says on here that they had to get pledges to get the technology done on this. As of now, I guess they got all their money and it is completely done. Here's a lot of the companies, I guess, that are going to be pumping through it, or the video game companies, yeah.
See, that's an HDMI port.
That's what that is? That looked like a flash drive to me.
No, that's HDMI.
Okay, cool. Well, they've managed to hack a HDMI port onto a flash drive. Dun, dun, dun. So, yeah, that is the game stick. And the other one that's going to come out is called the Ouya.
Give me a second.
Yeah, John will bring that up here in just a second. And it is basically the same thing, but it's a little different. It is not nearly as mobile as the game stick. But it's also made by this Kickstarter company. And that there...
The Kickstarter is not a company, by the way.
What the hell is it?
Kickstarter is a website where people take donations for different things.
Okay, my bad.
We could start our own Kickstarter page if we wanted.
Okay, there's the picture of the console. Very small. And it doesn't have a price for this one yet. This one's going to cost a little more than $80, I would imagine, but still nowhere near the price of an Xbox 720 or an Xbox or a PlayStation 4. See here, console games. There's more about something about a big HD TV and digital surround sound that fills the living room. But maybe people are missing out. We get it. Smartphones and tablets are getting all the new titles. They're what's hot. The console market is pushing developers away. We see a brain drain. What the fuck?
Yeah, this is all I needed to hear. Because that's all it really is. What this is just people trying to make consoles affordable for tablet. All these games getting released for tablets. Well, now you can play it on your console. Hee hee.
Yeah, but this is also trying to give you an alternative to buy something cheaper than a console, though. Because I don't know.
But you only have the library of what's available for Android.
Right. Well, this is for your casual gamer, the people that don't care about Call of Duty and
Casual gamers don't want to play shit on TV.
Well, this is so they have that option, though. Like you're sitting around and your phone's dead. Oh, darn, I can't play Pumpkin versus Zombies anymore or some shit.
Said no one ever.
So now you can pump that shit on your television and play. I think it had some other big games, though, like Minecraft and some other shit like that. Scroll all the way down. I thought there were some pictures. Favorite game debuts on the TV? No. There it is. Minecraft, Cannibal, Triple
No, it's
Tap.
not Shadow Run. It's Shadow Gun.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. It was a very bad picture. Dead Trigger. There's a cheap zombie game for you. Samurai something or other. And there was a picture of the controller for this thing, too, and it kind of looked, there it is. They have their buttons mapped out with their name on it, too. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, this was another big one. Hackers Welcome. Have it all. It's easy to root, and rooting won't void your warranty. Everything opens up with standard screws. Hardwire hackers can create their own peripherals and connect via USB or Bluetooth. You want a hardware design? Let us know. We might just give it to you. So they want you to tinker with the damn thing. Probably make it better than what they did. There's a whole bunch of specs on it. More pictures and...
I'm not into it.
That's because this isn't made for us.
Well, I've seen this before. It was called the Game & Watch, or fucking, those old Tiger games and shit like that.
Oh, the plug and play things? Yeah.
Well, just like all the offshoot, not Nintendo, not Sega, not Sony, every other game manufacturer besides those would release like little handheld portable crap, and they call it a video game, but it's just deep. And this is more this is legitimately more in the scope of, actual being a video game.
Right.
But it's still relegated only to the Android market, and there's not a lot of developers for decent games for the Android market. They're all still basically touchscreen playable, casual games. Like fucking Angry Birds. Like, ooh, I could play Angry Birds on my TV. Like, if you're still playing Angry Birds to begin with, you're an idiot. I mean,
that's not fair. I play Angry Birds every once in a while.
Angry Birds was dead 2 years ago. The day it came out, it died.
No, because
died on the vine. That fucking game is so. Well, it sucks because it's like I played that game. At least not that game, but a very if you'd ever heard of Newgrounds.com. That, I swear to God, Newgrounds is like the genesis of all of these fucking games that you're playing now on phones and shit. They were all created in Newgrounds because for the past decade, the decade, it's like all these crazy games that you're playing on your phone were all on Newgrounds, and developers with Flash developers, just kids who'd get Flash and like, ooh, I'm going to create a game. They'd upload it to that site and people would play it, and woo. Now you're starting to see these people, there for a while. One of the developers from that site was creating Xbox live arcade games. What's that one game? Castle Crashers.
Oh, God, yes.
And Alien Hominid. That was made by the Newgrounds crew. And there's a few other people who've moved on to produce other games that came from that site. But now it's like it's this whole other thing that's cropped up, and this is where all that gets dumped. Products like this, and iTunes for your iPhone, iPad, and for the Android market.
But it's been proven, man. There is a huge market for these kind of games.
It's not to say that there's not a lot of them, because there's just as many developers as there are games. Like single developers, like, hi, I'm a game developer and I produced a game. So there's literally probably billions of games at this point, just because it's so easy to develop one. Fuck, you could probably develop a game for Android if you had the time.
It'd be about the same as like the indie market on Xbox Live.
You
get on there and there's like 20 new games a week on there, and most of them suck balls.
Exactly.
I understand. So people are really trying to create those games and make something awesome, but sometimes you just really fucked one up.
But could you imagine that, though? That being your source for video games, having to sift through hours and hours of
Bad
shitty
indie
fucking
games.
Titles.
Oh, I used to do that. Every once in a while, I get on there and just download like 6 or 7 indie games and play them all. Play all the trials. Every once in a while, I find one that was pretty good.
Yeah, but indie games, it's a niche, and it's kind of funny sometimes, but I don't think they're gonna. That's if I had to make a prediction about the next Xbox 3 or the next Xbox 360, the next Xbox, they're going to do away with indie games.
You think so?
I'd almost be positive about that because it's just not. I don't think there's enough people out there playing them. I mean, I'm sure you could find developers or find some decent games. I've played some, pretty decent and fun indie games.
Dead Pixels is one that's just fucking awesome.
Yeah, Dead Pixels was really good. I downloaded that. I don't know if you played that Avatar Adventures.
I've kind of stayed away from the Avatar games because they're not that good.
Avatar Adventures was actually pretty fun. I enjoyed that. I mean, it was just kind of like, it's kind of like Elder Scrolls, just with your avatar. and well, not as grandiose,
right? Yeah, it's not going to be as big.
Yeah, but it was pretty fun. But I mean, it's nice. It's a nice little addition, but at the same time, there's too much crap and not enough decent games and good content. So
you really got to dig through there.
But
to find the gems.
I mean, this whole thing is going to be nothing but the crap. The shit that fucking
Not everybody dislikes this stuff. Hell, you're a Farmville nut. You play all that shit, or not Farmville? Which one is it you play?
SimCity Social.
Okay, see, there you go.
I don't really like that game either. And that's a Facebook game.
But that's what some of these games are going to be. Eventually,
but if I had the choice between playing actual SimCity and that, I'd play SimCity because SimCity Social is just gay.
You better watch your words there, because supposedly that new SimCity game was flawed out the ass.
Not from what I've heard. It had a patchy release because of their servers, but they got that all fixed. Within the first week, they got that fixed.
But it was really bad for that first week.
But that's what always happens. Every time they get that and they get that first rush of people, they have to make some changes, but they take care of. They address the issue. It's not like they just sit around like, we don't know what to do. They take care of it, and then you've got a working title.
And they made up for it because they gave away a bunch of free games from the same site that plays on SimCity. So
there you go. They had the same problem with Diablo 3.
Yeah.
And now that's up and running fine.
But see, the thing with SimCity is, and now we're going kind of off on a tangent, but the thing with SimCity is you should be able to play that game offline. That is your game. You play it. It's not like a multiplayer game. There's no reason to have it just online. You ought to be able to play it offline, because it's not like people search through your game to see what you're doing and then jump back to their game or anything like that. It's not multiplayer whatsoever, so having it online only is just ridiculous.
I understand. I mean, I see your point, but like I said before on the show that didn't get recorded, I don't think that we live in a day and an age where you're never online. I mean, it's almost impossible. You're online more than you are offline.
That's
anymore.
true.
So for game companies to make that decision, it just makes them easier to do patches, updates, change things. And basically work it out, because it's not as though that game really needs it. I will give you that. SimCity, why do you need total online connectivity? You don't, but that is a good testing grounds for
what's to come.
Developing that technology for future games.
Right.
You just put it in a title like that where it's like, why the fuck is it in here? Nobody knows. Well, maybe it's for EA to test that shit, or Maxis or whoever fucking develops SimCity now. It's a good opportunity for them to test that, get their servers going, and then maybe integrate that into a new title where then they can change the world around you. Like MMOs would be great if, the world you play in actually changed and grew and developed and could be destroyed and rebuilt. And that can all be done if everyone's online and all their connectivity is done online in an active environment.
That's true, but in the same sense, like games like that could be horrible, because you would have games like Skyrim where, like, if somebody dies in that game, they're dead. You could have some dude go in and wipe out a whole town in your game of Skyrim and not give two shits, and then all of a sudden you have no blacksmiths in that town anymore or something like that.
But that's cool.
No, it's not.
That forces you to build up your defenses and prepare for onslaughts.
Well, that would be interesting if that was the type of game that it is. Building up defenses in a whole town, but that's not the type of game Skyrim is.
You could.
That could be an interesting aspect for the next Elder Scrolls game. But we were talking about connectivity and all that stuff, and that leads into the last topic of the show. The Xbox Live rumor mill is fired up again. Yes, thank you, IGN. And now they're calling it Xbox Durango.
They've been calling it that for a while.
Oh,
which
have
is
they
the
now?
stupidest name. It sounds like a truck.
Oh, but yes, they're pumping out the rumors again. all sorts of crazy stuff. Let's see here. Can't remember. Scroll down a little bit. Yeah, this whole this wizard thing popped up.
Yeah.
There we go. Every Durango console will have a hard drive, although it's the exact capacity of has not been chosen. It'll be large enough, however, to hold a large number of games. All games will be installed on the hard drive. Play from optical disc will not be supported. So if you go out to the store and you buy the game from Walmart, you have to bring it home and you have to install it to your Xbox, which usually takes about an hour or so. And then after that, that disc is completely useless. You spent $60 on a little floppy, or not, I guess it's not floppy anymore, but a little disc that's going to sit in a case and collect dust in the corner, and you're never going to use it again. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Once again, this is another one of those rumors. It's like there's
true.
no real foundation to it. And not to mention the fact that if they were going to do that, why do anything on Blu-ray?
That's true. Well, because to do it on Blu-ray, to have all the power that Blu-ray possesses for graphics and playability, and
Blu-ray doesn't have anything. It's a storage medium. Blu-ray is just a storage medium.
Okay.
So they could save themselves even more money by putting out the extremely, insanely cheap DVD and loading their systems with the absolutely outrageously cheap DVD player. By this point, I mean, a DVD player that they put in those systems would be 50 cents. A Blu-ray player, probably $20. I mean, why would they up the cost to a Blu-ray player for a device that's not going to play games off disc? I mean, that to me just doesn't seem like it's a logical decision. But then again, this is all paving the way for something that I knew was eventually going to happen anyway, which is complete and total online purchases for gaming.
Right. And it goes on to say some more that there's the thing, or the Durango games will be distributed on Blu-ray discs, but the discs are purely a means to install the game and will not be used for gameplay.
Not to mention they're getting this off of a developer kit for people who are creating games for the new Xbox.
Right.
That doesn't mean that when the consumer model hits that it's going to be the same thing. They're probably just saying that when they get their game, they have to make it install on the disc and play off the disc, probably as a fail-safe to these developers to make sure that their game will play off the hard drive.
Well,
so they're forcing them to integrate that into the gameplay. So because I don't know, you've run into this, or at least I've run into this on the Xbox 360, where you'll buy a game and you'll be like, cool, and you just automatically install it on your hard drive, and then you find out, oh, you shouldn't have done that because now there's all sorts of glitches and shit going on because it's designed to play off the disc, not off the hard drive.
I thought installing it to the hard drive was supposed to do away with glitches, make it run smoother.
Not if you played Skyrim.
Anyway, let's see here. What else do we got? You scrolled up. Go back down again. You fucked me all. Made me lose my place. Let's see here. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, and then there's another thing about the always on, always connected online connectivity. Whether Microsoft will use the always on functionality as a means of DRM is unclear. The documentation only mentions background updates similar to those announced for PlayStation 4. Such a system could spell big trouble for used game retailers like GameStop, and even larger issues for gamers who depend on lower cost of secondhand discs. So yeah, there's the next big rumor for Xbox. Everything's going to have to be installed. Once you install it, that disc is going to be useless.
Well,
there's going to be no resale value on it.
Once again, this is another one of those situations where it's just early dev announcements. It's not an actual fact.
Right.
People are treating it as fact, and it's not. Just like the whole PS4 thing, the always on thing. They haven't stated, and even in this verbiage and what they're saying, they're not saying that these systems have to be always online, and they say it clear as day right there, functionality of DRM. So that's when it becomes clear. If they say, okay, DRM requires that in order to play the game, you must be online. That is one issue.
Right.
But right now they're not saying that. They're saying that it has online update features and shit where you have to be online to get certain updates and things. They're not going to put it out in games or do different shit like that, which is understandable. But by the same token, I can also chop the knees out of my own argument by citing shit like Uplay passports and fucking all this other bullshit, like games where you have, just like a Battlefield 3, where you have to punch in your fucking little code when you buy the game to play online. And if you ever sell the game, well, they're just going to have to buy another fucking online code. And just like with Far Cry 3, EA is the fucking king of, like, let's Jew these people out of all the money they get. Sorry.
And with the rumor.
But that's the whole idea. It's like, if people are actually willing to pay these people to get fucked like that, then they're just going to keep fucking you. I mean, gamers as a community should say, no, we don't want that, and refuse the games. But they can't. Their compulsion is like, no, I have to have the new Madden, and I have to have the new blah, blah, blah. Like, can't you have some sort of, like, impulse control and just say, no, corporate man, I'm not going to fucking buy this game. Even though I want it, I'm not going to buy it just because of what you stand for.
And in a small way, going back to the actual rumor idea behind it, these rumors could be pumped out by the companies to see how much positive or negative feedback they get from these rumors, and then that could sway them to be like, okay, maybe this was too bold of an idea and we need to step back and get away from this, because we've heard thousands of people on the internet fucking hate it. So hopefully that's the case with these rumors. That they're throwing them out there, they're weighing the responses, and that will help them decide exactly what they will force people to do with online connectivity and all that other bullshit.
You're giving these companies far too much.
I'm sure I am, but God damn it, it's a happy thought. Okay, it's hope. That's what it is. It's hope, people, that people are paying attention to the comments and the feeds and the forums and all this good stuff, and that people are listening and they actually take into consideration what you're saying, and you didn't just waste your time on a forum for fucking 6 hours on a Sunday afternoon, hoping to God that what you're putting in there means something. That's my hope. That's the great hope of video games as we have it from now.
You keep hoping.
I will. And as of that, I am pretty sure we're pretty much done with this episode, I think.
Yes, because I didn't bring any topics. So,
but we got an hour and 20-some minutes out of this. That was bam! Out of 4 topics. I think we did pretty good.
Well, we also watched some videos. You're right. The 2013 game release thing really did.
That helped out a lot, didn't it?
So,
and we'll keep track of those games and try to get some more on there, because I would really like to find a video of that Remember Me, the video I've seen where you actually do get to play with people's memories and crazy stuff like that. We will find that video and play it on a later show. But for now, I think we are pretty much done. So, I am Jake.
I'm John.
And this was Next Gen Jerks. Thank you for watching.
Our debut episode.
Yes, we will have more.
And you can, right there, unfortunately, youtube.com, user Jerkcast Radio, there is a whole playlist for Next Gen Jerks. Go there and you'll see this episode plus a lot of other things. So enjoy and have a good night.
Thank you very much.